Boot it up, don't crash today. Wi-Fi's moody, that's okay. Coffee's loading, brain's still light. Callie's locked in, Techie's tagged. We're logging in with Callie and Techie. Callie bringing culture. Techie talks Techie. Stories, culture, updates too. It's logging in, brought to you. System ready, slightly unstable. You're logging in for a vault, boredom not found. You're logging in, best show
All right, welcome to another episode of Logging In. This is the Techie's Got a Cold edition, so I got no voice. Yay! This is gonna be fun.
Summer cold.
Summer cold. Okay, and just kind of put in everything in perspective or whatever. I'm just gonna get through my stuff to the point where it's like I have no voice, and then we'll just hang the mic over to you. Basically, top stories, the whole bricks and minifig thing that we were talking about with Reckless Ben. Remember that in previous episodes?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, perhaps. Well, he was served via email, even though he's in Mexico, which means he's not allowed to come out with part 3, which means that he pretty much can't do anything more because then they'll lose all the money, the 400 or so thousand that they've raised through GoFundMe. A lot of people will end up possibly in jail, and it's a whole mess.
Whoa.
Yeah, corporation, they Bricks and Minifigs, like, really are trying to kill this guy instead of working on the reputation of their own business. Think about that one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I figure we start off with a banger.
Is he not coming back from Mexico? I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, what's the...
I don't know, but he posted a video basically saying that he's done. He can't post any more videos. He was about to post episode number 3, but he can't. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like a huge cease and desist and like a big old, like a... I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe cease and desist is not even the right word.
I don't know.
Because his hands are tied.
Yeah. So then...
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun tonight. Moving on, World Cup news. So, as you know, I basically live near the Gillette Stadium, which they're calling Boston Stadium. So, we ended up driving by there earlier. They have taken down most of the signs that say Gillette. We did find one sign that they left up that said Gillette. And Apple Maps no longer calls it Gillette Stadium and is now referring to it as like FIFA Boston Stadium or something like that. It's crazy. Apple Maps changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happened?
Because the World Cup has control over everything. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Speaking of Apple, Apple made announcements. It was Tim Cook's last time making announcements. I was personally...
Oh, did they?
I was underwhelmed by the whole thing. I was like really underwhelmed.
Really?
Yeah. Tim Cook barely talked. Remember how I told you about the guy that everybody refers to as Air Force One? He basically did all the talking.
Right.
He ran the whole show.
Oh.
Everything. He ran the entire show. He should have been CEO, I think. I don't know. But essentially the key
You think that's how they're setting up the play?
What about it?
You think that's how they're setting up the play? The reason why he was doing all the talking?
No, there's already a new CEO that was already mentioned, that Johnny Appleseed replacement.
Right. So why wasn't he doing any talking?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know. Well,
so you were underwhelmed by what exactly?
well, essentially, you could tell that Tim Cook didn't have his heart into this whole thing. Essentially, he's out because
Oh.
I mean, they spent the whole time talking about parental controls, and they talked about artificial intelligence, and essentially, like, let's say, for example, I take a picture of you, and accidentally I include my house in the background. The AI allows me to hold my finger down on the picture of the family and drag it towards the left, and then the house gets cropped out. Even though there's no extra picture, the AI figures out what picture would have been on the left-hand side. Really creepy.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. You can pick up the family and drag it.
You can drag it. You drag it across the yard.
You can pick up the family and drag it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, oh my
Oh wow.
God. That means everybody's going to question
Okay.
any picture anybody ever takes, because it's like,
Right.
you could essentially take a
Right.
picture which has
Where did you pull this from?
right,
Right. Where did you drag this part from?
right,
Right.
right. Well, the funny part is that there's a button that you can see what the original picture is embedded in the picture. So even if you try doing a move like that, you can still see what the original
Yeah.
awful picture looked like before you messed up with it with AI.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah. Other
That's some tech news.
other fun news, World Cup again. I think it's like Egypt and
Yeah.
Iran are supposed to be doing a World Cup match in Seattle. And that sounds
Egypt and Iran. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't sound like any problem, right? Egypt versus Iran in Seattle?
Yeah, no problem at all.
No problem at all.
No problem at all.
No problem at all. However,
And when are they supposed to do this?
I don't know. I don't remember the date, but I haven't gotten to the however part. However,
Yeah.
essentially, like, the way that they determine who's going to play who and at what stadium and stuff is through a random lottery. Before the random lottery,
Really?
yes. I've been learning a lot about this. So there's all these different groups. So there's group A and B and C and D and all these things. So they happen to be in some type of group together, I guess. Anyway, the funny part of all this is before the World Cup even happened, from my understanding, is that essentially they are doing a match in a game and a stadium that was designated as FIFA Pride Stadium.
As FIFA
Pride.
Pride Stadium?
Yes.
Oh.
Pride matchup, which means that there's rainbow stuff all over the place. There's all these things having to do with pride and all this other things. So as a result, Iran and Egypt don't want to participate in that match.
Oh, because of the pride.
Yeah, look it up. Look up
Yeah.
Look up Egypt and look up Iran and look up pride.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't even have to look it up. Honestly, I can only imagine.
No, look it
You
up.
said
Look it-
Egypt,
look it up.
Iran, and pride.
Look it up. Look it up. I think the full effect, especially for the audience and stuff like that, will come out when you've actually looked it up.
Let's see.
Because it's like it's
Well,
almost
the first thing I see is the absurd. I see the absurd World Cup.
Yep.
They are rejecting it in absolute terms.
Yep.
The Egyptian Football Association is rejecting it in absolute terms. They're calling it the absurd World Cup.
Yep.
Demanding that the celebrations be canceled.
Yep.
The Egypt-Iran World Cup match, they're demanding that the celebrations be canceled.
Yep. They want all the Pride celebrations canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was already planned
Wow.
before that match was even supposed to be there. So how ironic that that's the situation.
And they do it because it's June, it's Pride Month. So
Yep.
yeah.
So it's already planned.
Wow. I, mm. I wonder how people feel about it. Well, needless to say, never mind.
People find it very funny. How, of all countries, to end up in the Pride match, was it those
right.
two?
Right.
Like, can you make
not the U.S.
right?
But Egypt and Iran.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yep. And then I don't know if you've heard the USA
man.
USA chants or whatever from the World Cup USA, like, yeah, we're the best. Because I guess in the World Cup everybody does all these chants and stuff. Have you heard the USA chant yet?
The USA chant?
Yes.
No.
So yeah.
What are they chanting?
The USA chant is basically being looked at as something that would be very much have been created by somebody who's related to Pride Month. For the World Cup. But you have to understand is that these people are very serious with the way that they are chanting it. So essentially there's a part in it where they go and it's like, I think it's like, I believe that we will win is one of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just like, you believe? Like, that's not going to go and make somebody really... Yeah, it's not going to make anybody do anything. It's like, okay. And then the other one basically ends with... And it's... I'm sorry, I'm just like laughing because it's so bad. It pretty much ends with, we like it, we love it. It sounds so bad.
That's cheesy.
Oh, it is bad. It is.
We like it. We like it. We love it.
Yeah, no. Like, look up just very quickly. Look up World Cup USA chant. Yeah, no, I've been doing like a deep dive in this thing.
Your phone's going out. The reception's going out. What?
I said look up World Cup USA chant.
Look up what?
World Cup USA chant.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean it starts with we support the U.S. the U.S. the U.S. It's so bad. Yeah. It's like we support the US, the US, the US. We like it, we love it. It's like it's so I just have no words for this.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Look up World Cup USA chant. It's like the other countries have these really interesting chants. And it's like, this is just... The official chant of the World Cup is horrific. Even the official song of the World Cup is so bad that a bunch of other artists made their own version of official World Cup songs. Because the original song was just this country thing that's just sounds so bad.
I believe... I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. Do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. We love you. We love you. We love... Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's really
okay.
Yeah. So the international squads are looking at this and they're like, "Are you kidding me? Is this for real?" Like, it makes zero sense.
This is funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I at least wanted to make sure that we...
Interesting.
I mean, the funny part is we have an international audience anyway that listens to this show, so they probably know more about the World Cup than we do. But depending upon everything and stuff like that, I might be able to go, because Rhode Island, the Scotland team is going to be showing up with the Scotland fans, so maybe next week, no, not next week, maybe 2 weeks from now, I'll be able to tell you more about what it's like to be amongst the Tartan army. So we'll have some eyewitness reporting of what that experience is like. Because right now, Scotland has this guy that's raising money for mental health who has been walking across the U.S., starting in L.A., going all the way to Boston. And he's supposed to arrive in Rhode Island.
Starting where? Your reception is going in and out.
It's my voice. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Hold on.
No, it's not your voice. It's the reception.
Well, at least my microphone will pick up on it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Somebody has been walking from where to what?
From LA to Boston in a kilt, raising money for mental health.
Walking?
Yeah.
Walking?
So they're going... Walking.
Okay.
Physically walking. Like, they've been doing it for over 100 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So they arrive in Rhode Island tomorrow at 8:30 in Providence.
Oh.
We're not going to be able to make it.
Okay.
But and they've been doing it in a kilt.
In a kilt.
In a kilt.
I know they've been hot and cold.
It's just fun.
They've experienced both hot and cold.
Yep. All right, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's all my voice, so you take the rest of the show.
Well, you know, I have some stuff that's outside of the screw up. Outside of FIFA World Cup, and this is in regards to the screw worm, or they're calling it the New World Screw Worm. Okay. This week, agriculture officials confirmed that cases of what they are calling the New World Screw Worm has climbed to four cases, near the Texas-Mexico border. Now, despite sounding like, you know, screw worms are rejected, but it's actually a parasitic fly whose larva, it burrows into living tissue, mostly affecting cattle, horses, deer, and other warm-blooded animals. So, for example, if you like beef, your cows might be impacted. Officials said that the confirmed cases included 3 cattle and 1 dog that had recently been in Mexico, which has investigators looking at cross-border transmission. Now, the thing is about this screw worm, the reason why they're calling it the New World is because it was like eradicated like dang near 66 years ago. Okay. And as a result of the Elon Musk-led Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, that was launched by, of course, you know, the Trump administration last year, they cut funding to a project that was dedicated to monitoring and containing screw worms in Central America. So what are the odds that the funding was cut and now here the screw worms are back after almost 66 years? What's happening to our food now? Because these things look like maggots. It's disgusting. And they're in the agriculture. And all of these cuts that took place, you know, within this administration is highly impacting our lifestyle and the livelihood of farmers, livestock, all of that, you know. So experts are warning that the screw worm, if it spreads, calves could die. Adult cattle could lose weight. Ranchers, of course, is going to spend more money on treatment and prevention. and fewer animals are going to make it to the market. Okay, so all you carnivores, you may be in trouble. All right, translation basically means less beef. Okay, and also whatever beef they can provide is going to be at, guess what, higher prices. So it's like Doge made the cuts, but in the end, once again, the consumer is paying the price, both health wise and in their wallet. Yeah. I don't know. And you haven't heard a word about it. The very administration who made the cuts, now the screwworm is back and you haven't heard a peep out of them. Where are you at? Where are you? Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Panama is in the news. They are now criminalizing paternity fraud. So they just passed a bill that started a surprisingly intense international conversation because it would make intentional paternity, deception a criminal offense. I can't get my words together, tongue-tied. So lawmakers approved legislation that would allow prison sentences, financial penalties, and possible civil damages in cases where someone knowingly misled men into believing they were the biological father of children or a child. Supporters said this goal is about accountability, specifically for situations where someone takes on years of emotional, legal, and financial responsibility under false information. This bill would also introduce mandatory DNA testing in disputed paternity cases. And in some situations, affected men could potentially seek compensation from the biological father. Oh, wow. If there was evidence of intentional concealment. Whoa. So I guess that sounds to me like if, the mother, she said another man was, the father of the child, say she was, intimate with two people around the same time, got pregnant, don't know which one the father is, but she blames on maybe the last person she slept with, whatever she's doing with her math. The other guy who could potentially be a father who doesn't want to be a father is like, yeah, let him do it. Yeah, let him raise the baby. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to be the father. Well, if they find out that he is potentially the father, so the guy who stepped up under false pretense, I guess he could go after the legitimate father, the biological father. That's crazy. Wow. Supporters, though, they argue that the bill is about honesty and preventing deliberate deception. Critics, though, they warn that turning family disputes into criminal cases could create more conflict and make difficult situations even harder for children who will get caught up in the middle. Now, to that point there that the critics are saying family disputes, this is not a case like this is not a family dispute. If a woman intentionally lies and misleads a man and says that he's the father when she knows that he's not, that's not a family dispute. That's criminal because that's false. You're lying. That's perjury if you were under oath. And then you have that man raising the kid, financially supporting the kid. That is criminal. Now you're stealing money that don't even belong to you or the child. Now, the child is innocent in the matter, but you can't just say, oh, it's just a family dispute turned into criminal cases. If it's not criminal, it's at least civil, in my opinion. So actually, I think it should be passed because I have seen and coming from a woman, I it has nothing to do with gender or gender bias to me. I think that anybody that is falsifying truths and making someone believe that they are something that they're not, and children are involved, and therefore finances, emotional ties are involved. Yeah, somebody should be held accountable. It shouldn't just be, 10 years into the situation, well, the mom just walks away like, oh well. No, that person is damaged in various ways. So, yeah. I agree with the bill. What about you? What do you think about that?
I just think that it's a case where people are going to weaponize it. That's what I see in all this.
In what way?
Well, just
weaponize it like
essentially they're going to go and just take revenge out on the other guy.
Yeah, so I think the the part that helps in this is that it's going to demand mandatory DNA testing. So I
Right.
think that also will help that, because I could very well see how it could be weaponized, especially if the biological father is wealthy or has, is sitting comfortably in the financial department. I could definitely see that. So that part, I don't know so much that I agree with. Going after the biological father, because in a lot of cases, biological fathers, they don't know that they're the father, because the mom wants to pin it on someone else. She may want somebody else to be the father because she has feelings for that person, and that's who she wants to have her family with. So I think it should be a case by case thing, but they definitely need to implement the DNA mandatory testing as soon as possible when it's cases of suspicion and uncertainty.
Yeah.
Last thing that I have, the last story that I have, speaking of children and parents, New York passed a bill to update family law language. Okay, so the New York lawmakers, they wrapped up their legislative session by approving a bill that would replace some traditional family law terms with more gender neutral language. If signed, the proposal would update legal wording across family courts, education law, child support, and domestic relations statutes. Under the bill, terms like mother would become gestating parent, father would become non-gestating parent, and paternity would shift to parentage.
God.
I mean, heavy sigh coming from me on that. Continuing on, supporters said the update is meant to make legal language more inclusive of LGBTQ plus families, surrogacy arrangements, and assisted reproduction while keeping parental rights unchanged. Supporters argued the goal is making family law reflect modern family structures. Critics said the language change feels unnecessary and disconnected from issues that the voters care more about. The governor of New York said she hadn't reviewed the proposal yet and wasn't commenting until later in the year. Meanwhile, reactions rolled in quickly across the political spectrum, with some calling it overdue modernization and others calling it symbolic overreach. So now the debate isn't really about who the parents are, like we were just discussing previously about the law in Panama, or the potential bill that's supposed to be passed in Panama. But now it's become a question of whether legal language should evolve to reflect changing family structures, or whether familiar terms, they just already work. So mothers, again, would be gestating parent and fathers would be non-gestating parent. Yeah. And paternity would just be shifted to parentage. Yeah.
What a world we're in.
Yeah. I like the sigh that I gave is all I'm gonna give. Yeah, I that's all I got. So we got the new world screwworm.
Yep.
We have the potential paternity situation going on in Panama, where it can become criminal and civil. And we have gestating parents instead of mother and father. Yeah.
And all the World Cup craziness and the U.S. really just showing how entertaining they are with their chants about supporting the U.S. and that we like it, we love it.
We like it. I was just going to say it. We like it. We love it.
Right.
So yeah, that's about where we are.
I've just never, I can't. I think about that.
I tell you what, though, to each his own. I'm going to say to each his own. But in my house, I don't care what the law says. If my child came to me and said, gestating parent instead of mom or mama, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
We like it. We like it.
We love it. Oh my God. All right, that's it. Logging off. That's it. We're done. Can't do anything more with
Feel
this.
better.
Yeah, thank you. See you next week. We'll see how alive I am.
Logging out. See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Boot it up, don't crash today. Wi-Fi's moody, that's okay. Coffee's loading, brain's still light. Callie's logged in, Techie's tight. We're logging in with Callie and Techie. Callie bringing culture, Techie talks Techie. Stories, culture, updates too. It's logging in, brought to you. System ready, slightly unstable. You're logging in 404. Boredom not found. You're logging in. Special rounds. Boot it up, don't crash today.